akka organizationii tokkotti karaa fagoo dhufneerra. Guddinallee mul'ifneerra. Challenge illee jira, hanqinni illee jira.
What started as a modest soccer tournament soon evolved into an annual cultural cornerstone, where thousands gather not only to compete, but to connect. As OSFNA enters its 29th year, it carries the legacy of the past and the hopes of the future. As part of this transformation, OSFNA has revisited and restructured its tournament guidelines, its billing and financial systems, building a more transparent and sustainable foundation.
Is more like a it will help us to guide us.
How long is going to be the introduction, the speakers? How long would that take?
I think we can finish it within 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do also have to come back together.
I'm telling you guys right now,
Yeah.
tournament guidelines, we said we would maybe touch it today, but I
No,
know for
I
sure
mean,
we're not getting to tournament
Yeah.
guidelines.
If it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
We'll just do what we
Let's
can.
focus on
Yeah.
And
bylaw.
also, just know that all the other documents, including tournament guidelines, are part of the.
For sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
So once we get this out of the way, things are like that.
So
Quick.
let's have somebody. Let's do this instead. When we go out into our breakout sessions, if people still need more time, we'll give them more time.
Yeah.
Once we see everybody's wrapping up, then we can all come back together.
Just so we're going to shoot for 60-minute discussion, potentially extend it to 90.
Yes.
After the 90 minutes, we might be forced to take a lunch break.
Lunch
But
break.
if in between, we give people 15 minutes to do a quick skim on the documents that we discussed. Like, let's say you're from this group, and you weren't working on this group, and we're going to discuss this document. We give everybody else just 15 minutes to skim through. So as we're before we do the larger group discussion,
Okay.
like 15 minutes for people to skim through.
Everybody.
There's no
Divided
other
into
documents.
3.
But the bylaws divided into different sections?
Different color, yeah.
Got it.
We assign ourselves to each group.
Yes.
I'm a kid at the group it at the group it and group it. Abdi and the Kadir, Kamal and Abdi, they just go
We will
around,
see
just monitor.
what you guys are
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I can handle it.
Okay.
I think we need to go over there and
You guys need to go
we
mingle.
have to meet
Yeah.
and meet and greet them.
Barri nagaa, bariin nagaa, bobbaan nagaa, bobbaaf tullee nagaa, reer nagaa, eed nagaa, yaa'iin nagaa, raabi nagaa, kuus nagaa, kuusaa goseen nagaa, gos booranaa sabboo goonaan nagaa, ijoolleen kichuun nagaa, jarrooleen uchuun nagaa, gadaallee taguyyoo nagaa, xiqqaa guddaan nagaa, nu nagees.
OSFNA'n walumaa galatti kan har'a gaheen kan borus gara fuulduratti deemuu danda'u gargaarsa hundi keenyaan akka ta'eedhaan jechuun emfasaas gochuu barbaada. Kanaaf kana mirkaneessuudhaaf hundi keenya yeroo har'aa kanatti argamtanii jirtan jechuudha. Ulfaadhaatiin jenna guyyaa lamaan kana keessa waan guddaa tokko akka milkeessinu organizationii jabaa kan duraa caaloo akka argannu gamanumaan hawwiidha jechuudha. Kana ta'an sun sa'aatiillee leetiiwwan agallee fuul jalaa eegalaatiin kan deemnu ta'a. Gamanumaan pirezidaantii OSFNA Kamal gammoojjiitti kabajaadhaan naafeera. Kamal.
I think guyyaan kun akkuma abdiin jedhee guyyaa boordiin hedduun hawaa ture waa hedduu dalaguu boordii hedduun yaalaa turanii garuu akka tasaa ta'ee guyyaan kun ta'uu hin dandeenye har'a ittuma dunuunfanneetuma wanti kun bara gaddaa baay'ina guddina OSFNA argitaniittanii sanirraa akka ka'e irraa ka'e toornamentii kana wanti kun OSFNA kana ijaarachuu qabna ka jedhu namoota hedduu pirezidaantii OSFNA jalqabaa jedhaa turanii namoota OSFNA kan eegalan jedhaa turanii namoota hedduu afaaniin gurraan dhageenyu addaasitti ijaan arguu dandeenye akkasuma boordota hedduu tajaajilanii OSFNA kan asiin gaan waamnee asiin nu argamanii I think kanaafi baga umrii isaanii dhulessee asiin argamne baga wal argine jedhaatuma OSFNA'n I think waggaa 28f magaalota hedduu keessa deemaa ture Kuni COVID nuun dhaabne dhugaa dubbatoo fi addunyaan guutuun shutdown yeroo taate OSFNA'n dhaabanne. Still COVID makeessayyuu I think waggaa dedde waggaa takka bicha waggaa sadii fi toornamentiin ispoortiin kun kabade waggaa takkatti bicha skip goone. Kun maal mul'isa? Hooggannoonni bara first president obbo Ashiqoo irraa eegalee hagaadha. Isiniin boonnaa jechuuf nama jalqabaa hagaadha. And it wasn't easy. We faced many challenges physically, financially, structurally. And there were moments where boarding asin dura ture administrative expensive fudhatu didanii flight ofii butaa ofirraa kafalaa hoteela qabataa lakki organization horiin qabu jedhaa akkasiin deemaa ture. Asin durallee namoonni hedduun I hear stories horii dhabarraa kireekaardii ofirra kaa dirree qabaa uummata bakka gammachiisuuf yeroo deemee jira. Kun marti leadershipii warroota backbone ta'anii addaasiin gaaniif galata guddaa dabarsaa. OSFNA'n Minnesota qabu santaane hawaasa adda addaa deemaa Kanaadaa ta'e Australia illee deemnee hawaasa kana gammachiisuu qaba ka jedhu prove nu godhe. So we are now applying the same model in Seattle, aiming for the same or even greater success.
As OSFNA enters its 29th year, it carries the legacy of the past in the hopes of the future.
Wanta diqqoo gona keessaa boggoota 5 kana we build a system, we launch our website on Sport Engine, we upgrade the way we communicate with teams. Emailonni OSFNA radufani was professional, still team refsina gamale complain gurani, but we'll do better next time.
As part of this transformation, OSFNA has revisited and restructured its tournament guidelines, its billing and financial systems, building a more transparent and sustainable foundation.
Most importantly, the public perception of OSFNA finance is very poor. I think gudda namni hedduuni OSFNA horillee hin qabu gudda garuu. So to avoid that, we digitalize our financial system so every transaction is traceable, no more cash handling. Our goal is simple. Families shouldn't have to pay at the door, and traveling teams shouldn't have to carry the financial burden alone. That's our goal. Hopefully, we'll get there one day. Kundamo, I want to leave you with this. Ask yourself, what's going to help OSFNA to the next level? Who's going to help us grow, not just for 1 year, but consistently after year and year after year? OSFNA is growing, and if the leadership doesn't grow with it, we risk falling behind. That's why we're holding this conference, and so we can put everything in place before 2025 tournament season kickoff.
These changes are not just adjustments. They are commitments to accountability, to growth, and to the dreams of the generations who brought OSFNA to life.
Documenty by Sankesa, the major one is our bylaw. A tournament guideline is revised in Karapeji, what Didamatmus or Domat, Argitanis Rundicasanayu, well detailed. Irratti dalagamatin in Araliate, Aka not Sitimati group that Dambafni, irratti dalag Aragudak of an organization, a kind of Jiro Farra. Hankinagaba, yes, I can about you and the Charakam Najijuro Salile 4 years of Charakam, it's Harka case and Kanajer. OSFNA structure is at in board of trustee kabachu, board of directory, executive kabachun. It's very important.
Clarifying what the leadership for each of the board members, what are their roles and responsibilities, the executive and the board of directors, which are the team representative, and then the board of trustees. What are the rules what roles would they have? When do they step in? And then how can they help us want to move forward from long-term sustainability? Especially a lot of you guys have been in here for 30 years. You've seen all the good, the bad, the ugly. How can we reduce the bad and the uglies and kind of keep building on the good things? We want to fine tune how the structure of OSFNA should be. And in addition to that, the election process. How do you elect the board, the executive board, the board of trustees? Hopefully we can get that sorted out this weekend. And then standardizing team membership rules in terms of, Magala Minnesota keessatti team hedduu jira. They have more resources in Minnesota. But Garu, when you compare it to other states where the community is kind of on the growing phase, how does OSFNA give them the little kick to help them jaru sani khana by creating standardization one barbaachisu from team to team and that each of those teams can be sustainable on their own too, not just on relying on Minnesota. And on top of that, the key thing is making decisions and sticking to those. And so those are what we hope the bylaw is going to help us come up with. And that this is going to be from you guys. You guys are the voice. You guys are going to implement the rules and going to follow the rules. So we can't say, so that's the idea behind it.
To start off in regards to the conference objectives, a lot of times we look at the growth of OSFNA and we see it visually. You can see it in a video, you can see it in people's experiences, manifested in people's stories and their memories from the past tournament. But to know that our tournament has come from what was once a picnic style tournament to being what it is now, the foundation of the organization has yet to change in a way that structure fosters being able to host 10,000 people at one time. The bylaws are great the way they are right now. Happy with them, but they need to be more in depth. There needs to be an explanation and semi-points under each one of those generalized topics for us to really get to the heart of what OSFNA is supposed to be and where we're going in that direction. Creating a structure and a foundation that on paper historically will sit here for generations to come.
OSFNA bu'uureessuudhaan ijaaruudhaan guyyaa akkasii kana guyyaa walitti dhufnee akkasi bareednu kana yeroo akkasidhaan emotion na dhagama dhugaas ni jechuudhaaf I feel emotion maaliif it's just refreshing for our future. And transparency, accountability. I think that the transparency and accountability is a source of future sustainability. Future sustainability. Kanayo gone, embrace gone. And if we really adhere to the rule that we collectively set, ruling toko yero boda, irrelevant ta udanda. It may be not working, but it's a rule on the book as of that time. Hanga amended tauf. Hanga jijiramu. If we set the rule, we have to abide with those kind of rules.
I do feel like there's a lot of different ways OSFNA could function that is of benefit to the community. I feel like for a very long time, OSFNA as an organization has focused on soccer and entertainment leisure activities, which is great. Joy is great. However, I feel like we need to do a lot more constructive things. Constructive in the sense that what is needed in our community, what our youth needs, being able to create, spaces that are going to benefit our people.
Gamanumaan gara dalagaa dhufneetti seenna jechuudha. Daakumentii jalqabaa irratti dalaguudhaaf deemnu waa'ee baayilaatu jira. Baayilaa kana akkamitti akka irratti dalaguudhaaf deemnu gurupiitti qoodamneetiniin.
The 2025 OSFNA, Oromo Sports Federation in North America, annual conference stretched across 3 grueling days that tested the unity, patience, and perseverance of everyone involved. Held in a packed conference hall buzzing with passionate voices.
So is I'm a one in West Nvidani what I'm going to mistake can barbara chara.
No. Kanu mo for correction he madira male koji
Yes, I know. Jechumbara like I'm confused because he said crossover ayara.
Mistake
What began with hopeful greetings and hugs quickly turned into a battlefield of ideas.
Go on the next one, board of directors.
But you say I'm a lady from Olin. Cross 3 years and cross or 2 or okay.
No,
what is
it? 5.
So 5 is the correct one according to them.
The number is correct, but the letter make 5. Proposal ida kun board jijirun.
From early morning until late at night, delegates, youth leaders, and regional representatives argued over revisions to the long-debated bylaws.
Eligibility for participation of Raso. Each team is allowed a maximum of 2 jamiti. Let's vote on that now.
Number 4, controlled access. Who really should have access to these documents, knowing how specific they are.
We have to sit down and be honest with each other, right? And not look at my team. I'm not looking at my team, to be honest with you right now.
Because you're talking about your team. When it comes to your team, always we say,
Abalun team is want if he didn't uphold the thing jedama. So that's gonna be another issue too. So maybe in a way, nama team ke set up a in that somebody who knows the team or the game and everything do good. I mean that more effective ta. Because then you won't say you have a conflict of interest in Jatuka.
If you can put a roster together to go attend the tournament, rather you are the weakest link. You are even weaker than the teams on the waiting list. Because they trying to even get in, and you don't even have a roster. So let's rank our teams, 1 to whatever signed up. If we have 40 teams, it's going to be ranked 1 through 40, based on how they performed this previous year. And then from that rank, as soon as somebody drops, if number 9 drops, number 10 move up to number 9. Number 9 goes to the waiting list.
So relegation for both divisions. Yes. That'll be a third. Okay.
I like that.
All right. All right. For Division B, for a team that doesn't show up from Division A, for them just to go down to Division B, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's why we want everybody to stick with your rules. Because I want to see 11 star. I want to see all these whatever teams playing against each other. You should have your IDs at the game.
So if you can do the baby steps, having the names is the biggest thing. Because this is liability for OSFNA too. There's guys that got hurt, went to the hospital, had a complete different name.
Oh, I'll tell that story.
My point exactly.
Violation of rules and fines individually, guys, for how should a coach be punished, how should a team representative be punished, or how should teams be punished collectively. So each one of your moderators will be going over the fines and like disciplinary regulations that already exist in the document. And you guys either need to agree, disagree, or propose new ideas to be formulated into this, and that's where we'll go from it.
We are forgetting what this organization stands for. So let's not put our ego first. Let's put our organization first, prioritize this organization, and let's do what is right.
Day 1 ended in frustration. Day 2 nearly broke the room. But by the 3rd day, after countless walkouts, side conversations in hotel lobbies, and emergency mediation sessions, something shifted. Tired eyes gave way to compromise. Words softened. Unity began to feel possible again.
We're gonna count we're gonna tally the votes, and then the top 7 people are gonna be the newly elected board of trustees.
In the final hours, the Assembly approved a revised bylaws, laying a new foundation for accountability, youth inclusion, and transparency. Soon after, through a heated but fair election, a new leadership team emerged, one that represented both the old guard and the younger generation.
We're about to tally up the vote, so we're writing out the list of the runner-ups. Dr. Ahmed Umar, Dr. Nagashi.
Exhausted but proud, attendees left knowing they had been part of something important. OSFNA had weathered the storm, and through the chaos, it had redefined its future.
We have made these changes, but we need to revert back to having some type of historical significance in the organization.
Modernizing OSFNA is not simply about upgrading documents. It's about upgrading our mindset. It's about being bold enough to ask, what does effective leadership look like today? As we continue through this conference, I want to challenge us to think boldly and act intentionally. Let me offer 3 key ideas as we move forward. Number 1, embrace innovation and modern practices. We must build systems that reflect our values and meet the moment. This means clear roles, accountability, measures, digital access, and regular evaluations.
The last minute, 1996, tournamentiin eegalamu baatiin lama gizee haaree akka event ta'uuf kilaba odaa ja'utti idaaneeti eessatti taphattanii yoo nuun jettan school backyard akka reefu caaltuun jette akkuma piknikaati get together anaa fi Iliyaas kana jidduutti wanni godhuu turre osoo hin dhufne maal godhuu turre dhagaye gizee dhufne akkanuma taphannee akka piknikaa addaa yaanamoo wanta ka khaayannaa nuti eenyu gajjara taphachuun ture biyyatti Dr. Nagaash wallummaarraa kilaba waliin taphachaa biyyatti kilaba gurguddaas taphadhee Jibuutittis taphadhee akka kubbaatti isfaanaafis taphachuun ture amma keenyaa goonu jennee anaa fi inniin walii gallee amma ijoollee tanaa wajjin tuurnamentii san school yaarditti waliin eegalle. Meedaanni amma isinitti taphatta kuni gaafa saniin jiru shiboo keessatti taphanne garuu guyyaa bireedaadha. Waan cufaahu gizee eegaluu nama dhiba. Wanna gaafa san nuti teknooloojii malee akka beekumsa keenyaatti osoo faayinaanshaali niira lama qabaanne wal jaalalaan wanni kun bakka kana ge'uun isaa arraa ana akka nama arra dhalateen na fakkaate waan isinitti hin kijibne. Baayilawii katabnee nutiitu lafa kaaye. Baayilawiin kun gizee wajjin nuti dhiisaati fiifaanuu abgiree godhaa deema. Badii keessa guddinni dhufa amanuu qabna. Asi dhaabbachuu hin qabnu. Konfiraansii akkanaa maybe anaaf Iliyaas dura gaafa OSFNA'n ijaaramu godhame malee ani hin dhageenyes hin kijibu. Isin darajaa kana ga'uu keessaniif isin cufaahu galatoomaan isiniin jaa kanumarraa hin ta'u.
Egaa OSFNA'n found godhame booda magaalaa Minnesota keessatti konfiraansii boordii fi kaawunsilootaa fi stakeholders uummata dur fidee dhufu jira. Haala qabatamaa OSFNA'n amma 29 keessa deeme takka takkaan eegdin xallee booda amma baayiloo haararratti raatifaayi godhuudhaaf hojjetamu jira. Wanni ilaamaa boordiin amma hogganu jiru kun dhiyeessee waan nama gammachiisu.
Trust will rotate from generation to generation. You know, people talk about generation XYZ. America activity. I have my own generation XYZ for the Oromos. But I'm a Jolete Tasit Alatefi, the youngsters like you, child too, those who were born in 2000s, and those who came at the young age, has to be at the forefront of this organization. The leadership of OSFNA has to be at the hands of the young educated Oromos.
I think it is very important because every organization should have a constitution to work on to pass it on our next generation. OSFNA has been operating based on not having a clear direction, not clear bylaw. Things changes often, so we want to have something that's going to be concrete, that's going to sit there for a long time, hopefully for next generation, and that's what we are putting together. And I think this is very, very important.
I look forward to the day that I get to see my son play soccer, you know, and OSFNA stand the test of time and to be able to last another generation and do more things for our youth.
After 3 intense days of discussion and deliberation, OSFNA successfully revised its bylaws and elected new leadership, marking a significant milestone in the organization's journey. To honor the achievement and the dedication of everyone involved, OSFNA hosted a celebratory appreciation dinner. The evening brought together board members, delegates, and distinguished guests in a warm and festive atmosphere. Speeches of gratitude and unity echoed through the room.
I am a bit disappointed that my sister took away the soccer tournament this year to Seattle, Washington. But next year we'll be back, and I want to work with the Oromo community. I want to make sure that the strong Galatumi.
Public service is not easy. Volunteerism is not easy. It comes with huge personal cost. Kanamara ufichafsitani wanti kun wan saba kennati jettani wa firra murtani ujjanif ulfaadha jechuu barbaada. OSFNA is not about soccer competition only or sport competition only. OSFNA is a place, a space where our people gather.
Obbo Abdi Ahmed Sharif, thank you for your leadership and dedication.
Galatoma isin cuftinu
It's not about reward, baby. Dirkama. Akelman Oromoti.
As participants reflected on the challenges overcome and looked ahead with renewed hope and purpose, it was a night of recognition, connection, and a shared commitment to OSFNA's evolving future. This summer experienced the newly revised OSFNA standards as we honor 29 years of rich history and unforgettable memories. With fresh energy and a renewed vision, we invite everyone to be part of this ongoing legacy, where tradition meets progress and the spirit of unity continues to thrive.
Let's go.